Alrighty, so today we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this rebuild challenge. Don't take it too personally if you're an Astros fan. I'm just having a little bit of fun with this one. We're gonna do an Astros cheating scandal rebuild, where what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire all the staff. We're gonna bring in the worst staff possible, and every player that was on the 2017 roster for the Astros, we're gonna lower their vision all the way to 0 as punishment for being part of that scandal. So we're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna make it a little bit of a challenge to do a rebuild, and we're gonna see how it goes with the Astros. We're also gonna suspend each one of those players that was on that 2017 roster for one season, where they have to spend it in single A ball. So not only are they gonna have bad morale, they're also gonna have really trash vision. So we're gonna have some fun with it, see how things go. If you enjoy these types of videos, you got some other like weird rebuild scenarios or ideas that you have, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you did enjoy today's video, and if you're new to the channel and enjoy baseball content, hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a video does go live. If you're new to the channel and you haven't followed any of my social media links, they're down in the description below. Go and do that. If you missed last video, it's on screen now. I'm gonna put the link up here in this corner. Go and watch it if you missed it. And that's really about it, guys. Again, this is just fun. Don't take it too seriously. Like, obviously there's some big stuff going on with this scandal. We're just here to have some fun. Let's hop into this video. Alrighty, let's take a look at their coaches' contracts now. They are atrocious. We got a D, a C, another C, another C, a C, and then a D. All atrocious. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take it like a normal rebuild, where we start in 2020, and then the suspension year is gonna be 2020 as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sim this season, like just pretend like nothing happened, and then when we start 2020, I'm gonna take every player from that 2017 roster, which is Bregman, Correa, Altuve, Yuli Gurriel, and then Josh Reddick. I think that's all of them. I wrote them down. There should be 6 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them. 6 of them. I got them. So Springer, Bregman, Correa, Altuve, Reddick, and Gurriel. That's 6. So let me get through the season and we'll get this rebuild started. All right, so we're heading into the off season. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring everybody back. I'm going to pretend like nothing's changed with the team, and we're just going to start 2020 with the same exact roster. The only thing is those players are going to be suspended for a season, and that's really about it. So when we get to 2020, what I'm going to show you is the roster. I'm going to show you that those guys are going to be in single A, and then we'll just get this thing started. We'll bring up players from the farm system and just go from there. All right, so we're doing this. You guys can see single A squad. We got Altuve, Bregman, Springer. There's 3, Correa, Reddick, and then Yuli Gurriel. Those are the 6 that were on the 2017 roster that was caught with the cheating scandal. So I'm pretty sure those were all the guys. I like quadruple checked, and with my luck I probably still missed one, but we still got that really trash squad. I'm gonna see if there's like any other like D's or anything that have popped up really quickly. I don't really understand why the system isn't like alphabetical order for coaching staff. You would think that's how they would do it, like A, B, C, D. Like D would be at the bottom, C's would be, you know, right above D, and so on and so forth. But for some reason they're like all mixed in, which I don't understand. But all right, whatever. We still got the worst staff possible, or one of the worst staffs possible, and our lineup doesn't look fantastic. You know, we still have Jordan, Michael Brantley, you know, that's really about it. The pitching staff is still the same, not any changes there, but the team is definitely taken a huge step back. We are ranked 23rd this year, so let's see how things go. I'm kind of interested to see how this Astros team does. Probably pretty horrific. And then another thing I want to show you guys is I've dropped the vision and the discipline all to 0, because they're not getting their tipped pitches anymore. So that's their punishment. So you guys can see morale, and also some of the overall is going to take a dip because the vision and discipline are down to 0. So let's see how this goes. We're going to simulate this first season, see how it goes, and then the second season what we'll do is we'll just leave the roster the same again, but we're going to bring them up with 0 discipline and 0 vision and see how it goes. All right, we're in September. You guys can see season's not going too well, and it makes sense. The team is atrocious. And what I was thinking is, rather than starting the rebuild in season 3, because this is technically season 1, let's do it after this year. We'll bring back those players from single A, obviously with still the 0 vision, 0 discipline, but we're going to start rebuilding the team right now, because I want to see what we can do with this team, with the horrible pitching staff, with the players who are receiving like that attribute penalization. And yeah, let's just see how things went. We did get an award, a delivery man of the year for Roberto Osuna, and we got 4th in the division, 67 and 95. We were 2 off from a nice from a nice year. So let's take a look. Pitching staff. You guys can see players are dropping. Verlander's down to a 73. Greinke's down to an 80. Pitching, not great. They can't even carry the squad. And as a whole, everything looks just so bad. Just Ozuna. That's really about it. Osuna's the only one that's doing well. You guys can see the bench, really bad. Michael Brantley's doing well. But outside of that, everyone's hitting the low 200s. Jordan's doing well. Aledmys Diaz is doing pretty solid. But yeah, yikes. That's not good. AAA, you guys can see the players are still chilling here. Where's Yuli? Yuli's really falling off. He's down to a 60. Yikes. He might not even come back to play baseball. Like, he might just be done with it. So heading into the offseason, we're gonna get this rebuild started, and it's gonna be like a brand new team. You know, players coming back from suspension. We're gonna have to hire a really bad third base coach, first base coach. I can't remember which one it was, but Yuli's had enough. His suspension led him to retirement. We're gonna bring back Brantley. I feel like that's, you know what, for a season we'll do a 2-year club option, see what happens, see if he likes that. We'll leave it there. Brad Peacock, no thank you. Aaron Sanchez, no thank you. Josh Reddick, do we bring him back? I'm gonna have to put down their vision and discipline once again just to make sure it stays that way. But Josh Reddick, he's a 69. It's nice. Do we bring him back? He might get a little bit better. Just for the memes, let's do a season. Let's bump up his salary a little bit, see what he likes. And Martin Maldonado, no thank you. We're gonna keep going. Review staff though, we need to bring in the worst one possible. No D's, so we'll just go with him. We'll chuck him a large contract because he won't say no to that. And let's keep moving forward with this rebuild. So no one on the 40. We gotta offer arbitration to everybody there, might as well. Contracts to everybody. And then free agency, Brantley didn't take the deal. I do want to strengthen up this pitching staff a little bit because Verlander's really low, Greinke's really low. If we can trade them, that might even be a better option. But otherwise, we might have to go for some low contracts. Yeah, that might have to be the thing. So we'll see what we can put together. We're definitely gonna have to figure something out, but it's going to be a tough one. So I'll see you guys at the start of the actual second season. All right, we're still in the offseason, but this is a huge salary dump. Justin Verlander's going to the Diamondbacks for Jake Lamb and Hector Rondon. We're bringing back Hector Rondon to the squad. So we're just going to do that, get rid of Verlander's contract. All right, this one, simple one. Again, another huge salary dump. Sonny Gray, just another pitcher, kind of veteran leader for the squad. Get rid of Zach Greinke, because we need to, and we open up some salary because of it. I think that's gonna help out the team. Alrighty, actually season 2, we've got this started, and we made some changes to the team like I mentioned that we would. We're around $1 million for the budget. You guys will see our coaches are still absolutely atrocious. So bad, they're terrible. Let's take a look at our pitching staff that we've changed a little bit. You guys can see there's 2 games already played because when I hit sim to regular season, it just automatically simmed these 2 games because that's what MLB The Show does, you know. Oh well, it happens. So you guys can see the pitching changes that we've made. We brought in Tehran, we brought in Sonny Gray, Mike Leake, and Desclafani. So not too crazy of changes, but we needed 3 starting pitchers this season, so I had to bring in somebody. And then for the bullpen, we brought in Liberatore. We obviously traded for Rondon, and that's really about it. So that was it for the pitching changes. Quite a few changes actually. And then when you look at the hitters, we brought back Brantley. Altuve still has 0 discipline and 0 vision. Springer, the same thing, 0 discipline, 0 vision. We got Bregman with the same thing, 0 discipline, 0 vision. Correa, same thing, 0 and 0. So that's going to hurt them a lot. Key acquisition was JT Realmuto. And then we also have Jake Lamb, obviously, with the trade that sent Verlander to the D-backs and Lamb and Rondon to the Astros. Rondon back with the Astros. Jake Lamb now here. So, yeah. This is the team. I mean, like, on paper, it doesn't look bad. And I mean, ranks wise, we're 6th in baseball. So like, we shouldn't be terrible, but who knows what's going to happen. We have a terrible team. You know, our vision and hitter, like vision and discipline, our staff is atrocious. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Alrighty, September time of season 2, and again, season's not going well. Obviously, you know, pitching doesn't look like it's going well. Things are looking like it's pretty bad. So the pitching changes that we did, not great. So McCullers gonna get traded. Tehran gonna get traded. Sonny Gray, wow. Mike Leake did bad. Desclafani did bad. It looks like they brought Pruitt up. Okay, but Davinsky did bad. McHugh actually did pretty well. Okay, Liberatore did bad. Rondon did bad. Presley did bad, and Osuna was really our best pitcher. Yikes! Let's take a look at our bench, see how things went. Not amazing. I mean, not terrible for Diaz, but outside of that, meh. Michael Brantley was probably, you know, our best leadoff hitter, probably like the one that we went with. Jose Altuve, like 0. Okay, I mean, his vision and discipline went up quite a bit, but 37 home runs, 36 doubles. Jesus. Jordan, 52 home runs, 290 average. George Springer hit almost 40 home runs. What? We got Bregman, who 22 home runs. Okay. 30 home runs for Carlos Correa. We got 13 for Tucker. Jake Lamb had 18, and JT Realmuto had 12. So, okay. Awards wise, we had an MVP for Jordan. Makes sense. 133 RBIs, 52 home runs, 290 average, 971 OPS. Makes sense. League leaders. You guys can see the stats there. It makes a lot of sense. And in the standings, we were 4th again, 31 games out. We were like, what, 6th in baseball at the beginning of the year? We're down to 15. So we got one more year to turn this thing around. We're going to make some trades. I think that's really the only way we can do it. Because we got players locked into contracts and stuff like that. So we're going to have to figure something out 100%. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. So, team option, decline. Team option, do we take it? We're gonna decline that, and we're gonna decline that one. But looking at the rest of the people, I'm not gonna bring back McCullers. He was bad. Ryan Presley, you know what, I'll bring him back for a season. Really, the only ones I'm interested in are Osuna, Presley, Brantley, not Rondon, Springer for sure. Yeah, I think so. Presley, Osuna, Brantley, and Springer. I think those are really the only ones, you know, like everybody else is pretty atrocious. So let's just toss them kind of crazy money. Hopefully they sign them, because otherwise we're in even more trouble than what we like originally were. So yikes. Brantley will exercise that option. George Springer, we'll bump that up a little bit. And I think that's it. Staff wise, let's get the worst one possible. D sounds really good. We'll throw him some stupid money that he can't refuse. First base, let's see, what do we got? I want one that's all red. You're telling me there's not a there we go. I was gonna say, you're telling me there's not a single one that's all red. That like rarely ever doesn't happen. All right, so perfect. We'll bring this guy back. He's the man. He's the man for the job. So let's keep going. Oh yeah, they all accepted. Of course they did. They're not going to get any other offers. Why wouldn't they accept it? Everybody but Liberatore. Contracts, gonna offer contracts. Free agency, we gotta spend money. We gotta get pitching. Any good pitchers available? Max Scherzer, you want to come join us? Maybe for a season? Who knows? But we definitely need pitching. Pitching's a big thing. And the issue is, like, not our budget. That's not what I wanted. When you look at coaches, our pitching coach has -1 for plus, like, for every per 9. 1 for walks, 1 for strikeouts, and 2 for hits. That's kind of a huge thing. Our coach, our manager, has 1 for pitching clutch and also for home run per 9. And then I think our farm directors also got 1 for home run per 9. So a lot of minuses already to our pitching stats. So that's probably why our pitchers are doing so bad, because all of our coaches have like negative for their per 9. So that doesn't help them. So definitely got to find some really, really good pitching. I think that's what's holding us back, because our offense was solid. We were hitting home runs left, right, and center. but pitching's a big issue. So I'll see you guys for that final season, see if we can actually make the postseason. All right, we're still in the offseason. We need a starting pitcher, Taijuan Walker. I don't think I've really traded for him, like really ever. We're gonna give him a shot because we only have Sonny Gray, and that's just not good enough. So there's a pitcher for us. All right, we're gonna trade for Jimmy Nelson. It's not the flashiest of signings, but we need a little bit of different pitching because Sonny Gray didn't really do it, and you guys can see we're kind of rocking a low rated pitching staff. So Jimmy Nelson is going to come in. That helps out a little bit. Forrest Whitley, his stats look okay, but I really want to get someone who's going to help us win like now, like right now. So I'm going to keep searching around. What about Mad Bum? Budget constraints. Yeah, we're a little tight on money. Just throwing that one out there. So I got to find areas to shed some salary. So maybe like Michael Brantley probably has to go, and just try to get low contracts for good pitchers and good players. So let me see what I can work my magic and see what we can do. All right, Derek Rodriguez is our next pitcher that we're gonna go for. So what is that? 3 pitchers, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Francis Martez, he just never does well. We need one more pitcher. Let's go find one. All right, we're gonna trade for Adam Simber for Freudis Nova. We need a little bit of bullpen help, and I think that might be it. I gotta drop this Leftwich guy. I also don't want Pruitt there. So Simber will go here. We're going to drop Leftwich. And this might be the team. I'm just in a weird spot, and I don't really like it. So I do want to get rid of Pruitt. Is there anyone in free agency that we could sign? Dylan Tate? Not really. Putnam. What about AJ Ramos? Nah. Ooh, we're in a bad spot. We don't really need a long reliever because we got Colin McHugh. Oh, Colin McHugh could actually move here, and then we just sign a starter that's available. Who's one of the better like options that we could go with? Is Greinke doing well? Tropeano, Leak, Richards. Anybody? Is anybody like decent? Drew Smiley in limited appearances. What about Mike Minor? Let's do this. Oh man, he wants a lot. I don't even think we can afford that. We can. All right, Pruitt's gonna get sent down. I'm kind of like talking you through everything that we're doing here. Drew Smiley's on the roster, and I think we can bring up one guy for the bench. It's probably the best option because our bench is god awful. Let's sign Tommy Pham. Can we get him for a season, or is that going to be too expensive? You want 2 years? Sure, take it. All right. Talking you through a lot. Crazy stuff's going on. We got Tommy Pham in the squad now. Things are getting a little hectic, a little crazy. Our pitching staff currently looks like this. It's a little upgraded. We brought in Rendon, Reed. We got Presley back. Osuna's there. Our pitching staff's completely changed. Lineup basically the same. Tommy Pham's there. That's a new addition. But this bench is so bad. I mean, we don't really have too much better in the farm system. And I mean, our budget is very, very tight. So even signing somebody really isn't gonna be possible. It's tough. It's really tough, especially when like the pitching staff was so old and they just decreased so quickly. We already have to worry about having really bad coaches that are already like just diminishing your pitching ability because they're all like negatives or minus or just negative for pitching stats, like they're per 9. So pitching stats are already being dropped because you're a coach, because of your staff, your coaching. Your pitching staff just isn't that great to begin with. And then we got hitters who have really bad vision and discipline. So yikes. Season 3 is a mess. Season 2 was a mess. Season 1 was horrible. Let's see how this cheating scandal thing finishes, because there's a lot of shifting in the roster, and I know it really wasn't realistic, but that's just something that we had to do because, man, this team was bad once they took away their cheating tools. So let's just see how season 3 plays out. I'll see you guys at the end of it. Alrighty, September time. Final September, season 3. Let's just see how it goes. I mean, we're at 76 wins. We might be able to squeak a wild card spot. But like I said, if your staff's like hurting your pitching like numbers, it's pretty tough to win games. Like it really shows that when your coaching staff has like a negative impact on your pitching staff, it really goes to show. Like Syndergaard did well, Taijuan Walker did well, but like Jimmy Nelson, like you look at his previous 2 years, 3 ERA, 3 ERA, 3 ERA, and then all of a sudden at a 6, you got Derek Rodriguez. He's had 3s or like low 4. All of a sudden he's up in the 4s again. Francis Martez obviously struggled. Drew Smyly struggled. Simber did well. McHugh did well. Reed, Rondon struggled. Presley. So it's like unless you're like an elite pitcher, you're really gonna get affected by those negative stats that the coaching staff brings. So Aledmys Diaz did well, and then I lowered everyone's vision and discipline again. That was supposed to be, so you guys can see Altuve's average is down. He still hit 28 home runs though. Correa hit 32 home runs. You got Jordan hitting 29. Springer hit 36. You got 285 average for Bregman with 39 home runs, even though his vision and discipline were brought down to 0. Tommy Pham was okay for the year. Jake Lamb was all right. Kyle Tucker, not terrible. And then JT Realmuto didn't really pan out for us. I thought I'd give him a shot with the squad since we really needed a catcher, and unfortunately it didn't work out. So again, guys, this was just some fun. I just wanted to see how really bad coaching staff would affect a team in MLB The Show, and also how would zero vision and zero discipline affect top players in the game. So you know, this is all just for fun and games. This was just like, hey, cheating scandal, let's do a little rebuild with a fun twist to it. And I know there was a lot of turnover in the team, a lot of new signings, trades, and like constant changes, but it had to be done. Like when you have a pitching staff that's struggling because your coaching staff is negatively affecting them with their -1 home runs per 9 or -2 walks per 9 or -2 hits per 9, like that makes it tough. You got to sign really good pitchers, but you also got to find a good balance with the offense, and it was just too tough. Like bad coaching staff was hurting the team, and then just, you know, the top players weren't able to put up their best numbers because they had zero vision and zero discipline, which it clearly does affect them at times. So it was fun. It was interesting to see how things went. I know it wasn't realistic, but I figured let's have a little fun with it. And I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And also, guys, in the comment section, let me know future videos you would like to see. On screen now, guys, are going to be 2 videos. My most recent one, and also one that YouTube recommends you check out. If you've missed either of them, go and give them a watch. And that's it, guys. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.